Welcome to OtakuCast. Glad you could make it. Glad to see you here. I am your host, Angel's Calamity, and always my co-host.
Hello, I'm directionally challenged.
I forgot to say that I have a YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys know that by now.
Yes, you do.
I have a YouTube channel with Let's Plays. Check it out.
Angels_Calamity, is it?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Yes, and you can find me on directionally challenged.
Go ahead.
And our guest this week.
Our guest, Riichi.
Hey, what's up? My name is Riichi. I have a YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Riichi or something like that. I don't know how the links work. Then also you can follow me on Twitter for my daily rants about nothing, at Riichi_V1.
So you're the Seinfeld of ranting? It's a rant about nothing?
Yeah, I just say random things and I hope people find them funny.
That's awesome.
That's what we do.
I like rants. I enjoy ranting, so...
We just say random stuff and hopefully people find it funny.
Yeah, that is true. So, and then as always, technical difficulties. Knocking on wood, vibrating my whole entire desk. Hopefully it leaves us alone today. But,
hopefully.
We got some news to talk about. JC, what's our first news story?
Alright, first up, Nintendo has announced Super Mario 3D All-Stars, Super Mario Bros., and 35 games, along with Game & Watch, and a bunch of other stuff, for the Switch, for the 35th Super Mario Bros. Anniversary.
It is
a lot of people are really
hyped about it, a whole bunch of Mario games, and it's November 13th. That it will be released. And honestly, that's awesome because Mario has been a staple forever in the gaming world.
Especially since you're going to be able to get, Super Mario Sunshine on the Switch, which everyone's favorite was Super Mario Sunshine, I remember.
I actually never got to play Sunshine.
My buddy had it, so I got to watch my buddy play it.
Oh, that's good, at least.
Sunshine.
Yeah, they have a...
See?
I never got to play it. And then they have a couple announcement trailers and stuff so you guys can check out. And Anime News Network reported that, but it's in our Discord. So if you want to check out the link for that, feel free. Something else you got to talk about.
I was gonna say they're bringing out like a whole bunch of stuff for this one, so it's pretty awesome.
There is a bunch of games and stuff, and it's all awesome. Like we could sit here and probably talk about it as the entire topic today, but that's what we're doing. So if you want to check it out, check that out on your own. Anyway, then something else that's going on is Sega's Astro Mini 1/6 scale game cabinet reveals 13 final titles.
Sega and Sega Toys announced the final 13 games for their Astro City Mini 1/6 size arcade game cabinet. Oh, that's a lot.
Is awesome. There's a whole bunch of really old classic games, and I imagine it's going to be like one of the little ones like this you see in Walmart. Yeah.
Something like that. It looks a little smaller. I'm not entirely sure. But they've
watched the trailer in my
the newly announced games are Alex Kidd with Stella Lost Stars, Arabian Fight, Flicky, My Hero, Puyo Puyo Su, Quartet 2, Rad Mobile, Scramble Spirits, Sega Ninja, I know that one, Sonic Boom, Space Harrier, I know that one, Stat Columns, Thunder Force AC. The cabinet will ship in Japan on December 17th, and the cabinet was previously announced in July. The previous announcements are among the cabinet's 36 games. 36 games.
Yeah, there's a bunch of games, and then it will be 13 by 17 centimeters.
There's gonna be some of the games that people actually might know are Shinobi, Shadow Dancer, Puyo Puyo, Virtua Fighter, Golden Axe, The Revenge of Death Adder, Alien Storm, Alien Syndrome, Dark Edge, and Altered Beast. And I mention those because I've played a bunch of those. I own Golden Axe and Golden Axe: The Revenge of Death Adder on the Sega Genesis.
Golden Axe was one of the old good ones, man. And it will also, the packaging will include the cabinet, a USB cable, an HDMI cable, and a user's manual. The cabinet retails for 12,800 yen, or about $121 before tax. and players can also purchase a separate control pad. So you can play it in a little cabinet, or you can hook it up to your TV.
That's not terrible.
No, it's not. I'm considering.
I'm not.
But
I don't like it for the 5x7 pretty much, because 6.7 it's like 5x7. It's not. Yeah, it's not really that big, but it's not. Is it $121? I guess because you can't really get those games anymore, it might be.
And if you're a collector, I know a lot of collectors probably already pre-ordered it. If you're a collector, that's definitely something.
Oh, I bet Ego Raptor has that on pre-order.
Probably. So,
heck yeah, Golden Axe Chase. Viz Media officially licensed an Assassin's Creed manga, Blade of Shaojun. There's
nice.
The official
Assassin's Creed
confirmation
is an amazing game series. I love them. I'm behind because me and my 100%.
Assassin's Creed is like the Star Trek movies. And by that, I don't mean the new generation Star Trek. I mean like Star Trek movie 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 going up to like Picard and everything. Where every other movie was good. Like the first Star Trek movie, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. You know, exactly. Every other movie was good, and like every other Assassin's Creed game is good. There's like
I've enjoyed
Black Flag is the best. Black Flag is the best.
I have to disagree. Revelation's on the list.
No, Black Flag. Yeah. I like the pirate ship. I don't even play the game. I just go around as a pirate. It's fun.
Look, I was playing Black Flag and I was 100%ing it, and I was like 89% done with it, and then my PlayStation 3 fried and I lost all my data.
See, I have it on the Ubisoft thing because I got it for free.
Viz Media describes the story for this manga. 1526 AD, China is ruled by the Great Ming Empire. Though the empire flourishes, the winds of a new empire's political purge are sweeping over the land, and turmoil is brewing. With the decimation of her comrades, Xiao Jun has become China's last assassin. After escaping to Europe, she is now returned alone to her homeland. Her purpose, vengeance. So yeah, that's...
Dun.
Sounds awesome. And like, Ezio is my favorite in all of the Assassin's Creed everything, but you know, I'm keen to see how the protagonist does her thing, and it definitely looks interesting.
Yeah,
and something else that's going on is we're getting a lot of things I've seen is some franchises being converted to other mediums, and here's another one is maybe you've heard of Shenmue, the very popular video game series. Well, it's getting an anime series now, which
the inclusion of
GameSpot has a humorous thing that they're not sure if forklifts will be involved in this anime.
That was important in the game. But yeah, they announced it
racing
during the virtual Crunchyroll Expo on September.
What about the chicken racing?
Maybe. The Shenmue anime series is in collaboration with Adult Swim and will be directed by One Punch Man's Chikara Sakurai. The 13-episode series does not have a release date yet, but Shenmue fans are used to waiting for a long time.
I hope
no joke.
I hope the dub voice acting. I hope the dub voice acting is just as bad as the games.
Hope they just get really bad voice actors for the whole thing.
I mean, that's for
this
me.
Article goes on to mention about there's a bunch of other things like the Castlevania series, the anime series Dragon's Dogma, and Devil May Cry animes are also in development. We've kind of talked about those before, but this one's kind of a niche. Like, if you like Shenmue, you like it. If you don't, you don't. So
yeah, it's a weird choice.
Because it took 18 years from the first two games to be released on Dreamcast to the third one to be released, right?
It was 18 years.
Yeah, it was 18 years. This is not Adult Swim's first romp in anime, by the way. They've had 2 anime Rick and Morty shorts, which were done in Japanese.
That's awesome. I will have to watch those. But it says the only reason why the only reason why they made Shenmue 3 was the Kickstarter campaign that stands for the biggest ever for a video game, attracting more than $6 million in donations. Yeah,
It's those Shenmue
that's awesome.
fans.
Heck yeah, man.
They won.
It's awesome. It really is. But that's all we got for anime news for today. But we're going to launch into our topic, which is top sci-fi anime. And let me turn my page of my handy-dandy watermelon notebook. And
you got a watermelon notebook. Oh,
it smells like watermelons. Look.
With your watermelons.
It smells like watermelons. It smells nice. But anyway, sci-fi anime, much like any other sci-fi genre.
Yes, that's right. We are talking about the top sci-fi animes this week. Of course,
sci-fi is defined as science fiction or a genre of speculative fiction that typically deals with imaginative and futuristic concepts such as advanced science and technology, space exploration, time travel, parallel universes, and extraterrestrial life. I mean,
pretty sure most people know what sci-fi. Yeah.
But look, I'm being a good noodle and doing the good noodle things. So
you don't need to define sci-fi for our people.
No. You know what? No, DC, you don't. Richie, do you got one for us?
Yeah. Recently I watched Ergo Proxy. I'm like, if I looked on my anime list, it seems like kind of popular, but I never see anybody talk about it.
Oh, it's very popular.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. What's the anime about, and why is it one of your favorites?
Well, it's about this guy it's about proxies, which are basically like these beings that are all powerful, and there's something special about this one guy, Vincent Law, and like the whole animation is trying to figure out what his past is, because he lost his memories, and like along the way there's the second main character. Is it pronounced real? I don't know.
I think so.
It's like the version that I watched, the subs always said Lil. I was like,
yeah.
But yeah, just their like adventure, going to figure out like who he actually is. And my favorite character is Pino, because she's basically the comic relief of the entire anime, and like every scene with her is just the best. Like no hands down. Like even some of the I mean, this isn't really a spoiler, but like the last fight scene, like doesn't even match any Pino scene, because she's like the cutest, best character in the entire show.
That's awesome. It definitely sounds interesting. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, if you like
cyberpunk kind of dystopia.
Yeah, it's like it reminded me of Ghost in the Shell standalone complex.
Yeah, it's like Ghost in the Shell. It's also with like a little bit of like Lane added in there. Ergo Proxy is
Chase
dark.
Griffin.
Yes, it is.
Chase in chat says Ergo Proxy is dark. Gotta say his name. Say his name. But yeah, I've never seen it. If it's dark and it's like fantastical, I'll definitely check it out after I finish all the anime I'm currently watching. But I'll write it on the list. I totally have a list over here. Ergo. Give us another one, DC.
Do I start at the top or do I work my way up? That's the question.
You start wherever you want to, my dude. Start in the middle.
I'm gonna start wherever I want, so I'm gonna start with this right here, Trigun.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
You like Trigun?
Yeah, surprise.
What?
And yes, this is the Trigun D20, because that's how much I love Trigun. As I've stated before, I have the DVD for Badlands Rumble right here. I have the whole run of the Trigun comics. I love Trigun. Everyone should know what it's about by now. Vash the Stampede, going on his journey.
Awesome. I named my dog Vash.
Yeah, exactly. And his brother Knives. I don't understand why they named him Knives.
Because
it does sound cool, but
it is a cool name. Why'd they name him Vash? I mean,
it's cool.
They could have named him one Steve and one Bob. I mean,
Secret Agent Bob and Special Agent Steve.
Yes.
But no, it's a great series that has amazing heart. It has amazing characters. It has great plot. There is that nice semi romantic subplot, but it's not really the focus of the story. The focus of the story is the battle of the two brothers. And I mean, the guns that they have are even called the twins.
Mm-hmm.
And the series is just, it's beautiful. It is gorgeous.
It is good.
It is
I'll-
hilarious. Vash is both a terrifying opponent and a great friend.
Yes,
he
Vash
can
is
be-
best boy.
Yes.
Chat says, Boss says, started reading the Ergo Proxy manga. Cool. Tell us how it is.
Nice.
And Chase says, DC has a shrine for Trigun. Do you? Is there a shrine?
No, but I should make one.
There it is. Thanks for
I'll make
giving
one.
him that idea.
I'll make one, Chase.
The Otaku Empire says, DC likes Trigun. The Empire wasn't prepared for this plot twist. I can
No
see
one
for
was
it.
prepared for this plot twist. But I
No
like
one.
Dragon. It's literally Vash the Stampede has influenced characters that I've written. I've created an entire roleplay world with the inspiration of Trigun. And yeah, so number
Then he's
one
never,
for me.
ever talked about that before, guys.
I have not talked about that one. I call it Arc. But I'll talk to you later about it. It's fine.
Alright. Show
Nobody
me
needs to know
later.
about it.
You show me
I
the
literally
secret later.
have races and everything. It's crazy.
That's pretty awesome, honestly.
Evan Boss
I
also
guess
says my husband's favorite is Trigun. Because Trigun's awesome.
Trigun is pretty awesome. But I got one to talk about, and I might have mentioned this anime before at some other things, because as you guys might know, here's a big surprise, big secret. I'm not a big fan of mecha anime, except for one. Well, Zoids, but Gurren Lagann. And I like Escaflowne too, but Gurren Lagann is the one I'm going to talk about. The one that my best friend tied me to a chair and made me watch. It's known in Japan as Tekken Toppa Gurren Lagann, and it's heaven-piercing Gurren Lagann. There's 27 episodes, and it takes place in a fictional future where Earth is ruled by the Spiral King, Lord Genome. Anyway, who forces mankind to live in isolated subterranean villages underground. They live in the earth. Get your words. And the plot focuses on two teenagers, Simone and Kamina, who live in a underground and wish to go to the surface. Using a mecha known as Lagann, Simone and Kamina reach the surface and start fighting alongside other humans against the bad guys' forces before finding out what their true enemy is. It's a great story. If you haven't seen it, give it a watch. It's relatively short, on anime length, and it's got some really good moments. Really,
Not if you watch part 2. Does it split up into 2 pieces?
There's 27 episodes total. It's not that
Oh, that's
long.
not that bad. Doesn't it
No.
end isn't it a crazy ending?
Yes, crazy ending.
I've seen it. I've seen that end.
There's some feels. There's things, but it kind of takes the preconceived story of the things you want to see, because we did talk about the tropes we see over and over again, and it mixes things up a little bit. It's good. It's good. Oh, it's Otaku Empire says it's Trigger. They always have crazy endings. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I mean, it's actually Gynax, because this was made before Trigger was
Ooh.
founded. But it's
Yeah,
pretty much
I
a
actually
Trigger
did
show.
not know that, but I will. That's nice. Nice.
have
All right,
they-
Riichi, do you have another one for us? Oh,
Uh,
I'm sorry, DC. Were you saying something?
No, I was gonna say they just have crazy endings.
I like weird. If it's weird.
Galaxy-sized gun movies.
yeah, the next one I want to talk about is Psychopaths. I can talk for hours about Psychopaths, but I'm gonna try and condense it to make sure nobody gets bored or I'm not being rude or anything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead.
Another cyberpunk anime, because I just love the cyberpunk setting, and it's basically about these detectives who, the whole show is about detectives who use this sort of system called the civil system,
Yeah.
which measures
I've seen a
somebody's-
couple episodes of Psychopaths.
Yeah,
Look it up.
and
Aren't
it
the
measures.
I was gonna say, aren't the psychopaths hunting psychopaths?
But
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Yeah, so basically the system measures their sanity, and I guess that's called the psychopath. So that's where the show gets its name. But the first two seasons follow Akane Tsunemori, and the first season she's a new inspector because in that world jobs are handed to you when you take a test, and they're tracking down this killer who isn't really anything like no that it's like this the killer is like a killer that they knew that there was a case on before, and basically the entire anime is a back and forth until halfway through, and then they know who's doing this, and so they set off to get him. I don't want to like spoil too much because first season is an absolute banger, but then the second season, I don't know if it's just because I'm a fanboy but I still like
Possibly.
it, but it's just like people don't like it as much because I mean I have to say it's just kind of redundant. I mean the villain isn't he isn't nearly as good as the first season's villain, but like
It tends to happen.
but like
So what about the 3 pillars of the show? What's that? The 3 pillars.
It's basically like the back and forth between the characters and the civil system, which is like the thing that it's basically it's kind of in the middle. It's morally gray. It's the bad guy and the good guy, and it's also the cases that they solve, and just the character drama overall, and like trying to keep their psychopath balanced, and yeah, and season 3, like if you just watch the shows, season 2 came out in like I think 2014, and then season 3 came out last year, so there was a wait. And
yeah, sounds like it.
But season 3, like I remember season 3 like pretty clearly because I saw it the most recent. It has 8 episodes, and each one is 45 minutes long, so you definitely get a good feel of psychopaths stuff, and it's and I think it's definitely as good as the first season.
I'll have to finish watching it because I watched a couple episodes, and
The
wasn't that
Youngblood,
it wasn't interesting.
the gritty
I just
cop,
have so
the
many
heartless
things
villain.
to do.
Otaku Empress we love the back and forth between them.
Nice. If you guys have seen Psychopaths, drop your favorite character in the chat.
I just realized I could raise my eyebrows really high.
I mean, most people can.
I don't do eye stuff. I do hand stuff.
I do all of
I'm
the
Italian.
things.
I'm Italian. I talk with my hands.
How about you use your mouth and give us the next one?
1 second then. I have a prop for this.
Oh, geez. Do you want me to talk while you get your prop?
No, you don't need to worry about me talking about getting my prop. I don't need to take my headphones off. It wasn't that far away, but you guys don't need to see how I get out of the void.
No,
hello!
We don't understand the mysteries of the void beyond.
You don't need to understand the mysteries of the void. You just need to understand.
What could that? You like Gundam?
Death Scythe, my fellow anime nerds. This is a master grade Death Scythe. Beautiful, wonderful little thing. And he is a representation of my choice for number 2 on my list of the best sci-fi anime, Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing is so good, and it's weird to say this because most of it is like a political drama, but it's done so well, and the whole concept behind everything is you have these people that are all like mercenaries, and they're working for the colonies, but they've all been hired by the colonies, and for some reason they've decided to not tell the people who they're working with. So they hired like a bunch of mercs and didn't tell the mercs that hey, we got a team. These are the people that are going to be on your team.
I mean, okay.
So we get to follow Duo Maxwell and our other wonderful characters. Nobody cares about anybody else. Duo Maxwell is the greatest character in history. And yeah, it's a battle of colony versus Earth, understanding why the colonies feel mistreated, and like the Earth people feel superior to the colonies. A lot of the people that make up the Gundam team are from the colonies, and the whole series is awesome robot battles and big freaking giant laser weapons.
So you're telling me a mecha anime is about robot battles?
And political intrigue and, politics, discussing, if the colonies should be allowed to be part of Earth and blah, 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 blah. If you want to get into the political part of it, it's massive spoilers. There's a whole lot that goes on, but it's a very interesting watch. More than just for big robots and more than just for laser battles. It all depends on what you're into. If you want, like, if you liked that aspect of Game of Thrones, the political intrigue, and you want to see Game of Thrones with giant robots.
Gotcha. Nice. Guess it's my turn to yeet another one up in here. I'm trying to decide, because all the ones I have, just in case I have to cut one out, I'm trying to decide, because I got to get my top in. So let me just yeet another one in here.
That's why I started with my top.
You know what? I want to talk about my top too, so it gets in here. Cowboy Bebop. Undisputed best sci-fi anime. Sorry.
I would have honestly picked Cowboy Bebop if you hadn't already.
As I almost picked Trigun and you picked it. Like, Cowboy Bebop is Japanese is Cowboy Bebopu, which is 26 episodes of the series set in the year 2071 and follow the lives of a bounty hunter crew traveling in their spaceship called the Bebop. Although it covers a wide range of genres throughout its run, Cowboy Bebop draws most heavily from science fiction, western, and noir films. And its most extreme dramatic focal points include adult existential ennui, whatever that is, loneliness, and the difficulties of trying to escape one's past.
You can never truly escape your past.
And the Otaku Empire says the dub for Bebop is one of the few that not only fit, but surpass. And I've only seen the dub, and it's just a great anime. If you have not seen it, I truly agree that
the dub kind of surpasses the sub.
It's iconic.
Yeah, it's one of those few rare instances where the dub truly does, like, surpass the original. Trigun is another one where I think that the dub surpasses.
Vash's voice is hilarious in the dub of Trigun. But we're not talking about Trigun. We did that. I'm going to talk about Cowboy Bebop. It's just, the characters are memorable. I've not actually seen the anime for years, but I still know all the characters. I still know their plights. Everything in that show is just, it's good. It's great. It's perfect.
Everyone remembers Spike Spiegel.
It's the pinnacle of TV anime.
It really is.
Chase.
Doesn't get much better than
Stephen
that.
Blum.
Stephen Blum.
Yes, Stephen Blum is awesome. But yeah, you're right, Riichi. It's awesome. And the mushroom episode of that anime will forever be one of my favorite episodes of any anime of all time.
I like the episode with the weird thing in the fridge.
Oh, that one was good too.
It's a weird episode.
That was good.
It's a weird episode.
It was written more like a sci-fi, like an American sci-fi TV show almost, than it was like your traditional anime.
Yeah, it kind of had like Firefly elements.
Yeah, like Firefly, or oh gosh, my brother's gonna kill me. What's the other one with the blue chick and the dude that it's kind of like an isekai, but he goes to space instead of why can't I remember it? I was watching that show. My friends are gonna kill me. I love that show.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name.
Somebody help me out. There's like a blue chick, and there's the dude. He wears that red and black leather coat. My brother cosplays as him.
Let's move on.
Anyway, yeah.
No, not Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, it's a series. Yeah, it's a series. It's gonna kill me. Anyway, but yes, go ahead. Give us another one, Riichi.
Oh man. Okay, Darling in the Franxx.
Got one. Darling in the Franxx. Tell me about Darling in the Franxx.
Never heard of it. Farscape.
It's
Farscape. That's it. Farscape. Yes, thank you.
There you go. I knew I
Dar-
remember the name.
Darling in the Franxx is a lesser Evangelion. It's like the entire
Look,
plot is pretty much the same.
I have a friend. I just dropped my pen. Hold on. Sorry. I have a friend who watched their significant other watch that show, and I guess there's a lot of suggestive poses. That's how they have to pilot the mechas.
Oh yeah, it's not for kids at all.
But tell us about it. What's the main synopsis of the series?
Well, there's the main
Chase
character.
in chat says not Darling in the Franxx.
The main character, Hero, he can't pilot a mech with anybody until everybody's favorite character for some reason, 02, comes along, and then he's like, oh wait, no, I can pilot now. And then it's basically them fighting the Klaxazors, and for, I think...
Can he pilot because of the suggestive ways they have to pilot, and it's just because that individual inspires him to pilot better, or is there like a plot reason why?
There's a plot reason.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's just indoor.
I mean that too. But up until like episode 18, it's fantastic. It's wonderful, and then episode 18 completely drops the ball. I just despised it.
Like Evangelion.
Pretty much. Except there's nothing to end it because it just ended. That's what happened, and I mean it's
like The Sopranos.
I haven't seen that actually.
I mean, I never have either, but the word is it cut off like mid-episode. No more.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
It's animated by Trig. It's like a collaboration, I think, between Trigger and someone else. If I'm not mistaken, it could be Gainax. So it's pretty much just Evangelion too.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you like character drama, then the first 17 episodes are for you. Then you can drop it. You don't need to know how it ends because it's bad either way.
Yeah.
I mean, but if I was to watch it, I would want to know how it ends, whether it's good or bad. That's just the kind of person I am. I 100% video games. Okay, that's the kind of person I am.
It's gonna be a lot of sides.
If I'm undertaking this quest, I'm gonna do it all the way or nothing. Chase Griffin Smith says it's horrendous.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh, interesting. DC?
I would like to throw out for everyone's consideration Fuliculi.
I love Fuliculi.
Fuliculi.
It's so weird.
Look, we've had it on lists before. Yes, it is a very confusing, very weird anime. There's a lot to try and figure out about it. Why does she have a magical guitar that has an ability to turn someone's head into a gateway to another part of the galaxy? Good question. Is it ever answered?
Why
Not
does
really.
anything in that anime happen the way it does?
Why do weird eyebrows prevent her from tracking you or using your head as a gateway? Another good question. Why is it that for some reason certain gateways can't enable her to pull out better guitars? Who knows? Lots of weirdness, lots of questions, but it's very interesting. The characters we follow, the average like boy that gets thrown into this crazy world with robots, giant hands, a company that is abusing the power of a sealed space god, essentially. There's a lot of things to dissect, but it's so interesting, and the characters are so good.
It's one of those ones. I dropped my notebook. I'm sorry. I got the dropsies today. I dropped it again. Somebody needs to super glue this to my table. You're right.
It's so good.
It doesn't make a whole lot of... There's so many questions. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's...
Kanzi the robot gets a religion dedicated to him.
And he's like a maid half the time?
Yeah, it's very odd.
It's a weird anime. That robot, by the way, for those of you who've not seen it, emerged from a boy's head.
Yeah. He also can only obtain his full power by eating him.
Yeah.
And then he poops him out. Because fully coolly.
Exactly. It's very weird. Have you ever seen that one, Riichi?
I've seen like maybe like 5 minutes of it when I was a kid. I'm like, huh, that's a strange cartoon.
You need to watch it. It's so good.
You should. Everyone should. It's rather short. They just released the second season. What, last year, the year before?
I think it's a prequel season though. I think second season is
yeah.
prequel.
Look, I don't know. I still watched it, and it was just as confusing and weird as the first one.
It's fully coolly. It doesn't make sense.
But that's kind of the point. I mean, it does. I guess it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. I don't know.
It doesn't kind of does. It does. It just full on doesn't.
Either way, it's still a fun time from beginning to end. You won't know where you're going, but you're having a heck of a fun time getting there.
It's like any Studio Trigger anime.
Yeah,
you don't know where you're going, but it's fun.
Alright, I got another one. I'm gonna go with Made in Abyss. For those of you that have seen Made in Abyss,
it's a shocker. This is like DC likes Trigun, Angels likes Made in Abyss.
Look, there's a few animes that I like, I like a lot. Okay, DC, how did you spell your full name again? You know what? Just for scientific research purposes only.
I'm gonna tell you right now that there's a lot of people with my name.
I can see your face right now, so I got the rules and everything. I got this handled, my dude. No worries. Just spell out that name for me.
No.
Yeah, I tried.
It's spelled Kill a Kill. Yeah.
No. Anyway, Made in Abyss is an orphan girl named Riko, lives in the orphanage in the town of Orth. The town surrounds a strange giant hole going deep in the earth. The first time I watched this anime, I was babysitting small children. I'm like, that looks cutesy. Look at the cute little characters. Let me just put this on. And I'm like, maybe that's not appropriate for 4-year-olds.
A lot of things like that.
I changed it and put on another anime. But
did you put on Lou Over the Wall instead?
No, I didn't. Lou Over the Wall. No.
Bad touch.
No.
Bad touch.
Very bad touch. We don't speak of it anymore. Do not speak of the. Hold on. Lou Over the Wall. Okay, it's done now. It's gone forever.
Don't speak of Lou Over the Wall or Welcome to the Space Show. And after this week, probably God of High School.
Anyway, there's a big hole, and the abyss harbors the remains of a civilization long gone. It's therefore a popular hunting spot for cave raiders who undertake arduous and dangerous descents into the mist-filled pit to recover whatever relics they can find. There's a curse of the abyss as well. Like, you can't just go down and come back up, because there's like a curse and sickness, and it's potentially fatal. But pretty much the deeper you go, the more the sickness affects you. And few have gotten to the deepest regions, and the deepest regions where the best goodies are. But Riko's longing in life is to go and find her mother, who disappeared down in the abyss for a long time. They meet some friends, the cute little robot boy that we don't know much of anything about at this point. I've only seen the first season. And then, if you see
talking about Kill la Kill.
Hey, chat! Focus!
No, I understand, chat. Kill la Kill's way crazier stuff to talk about.
No. Made in Abyss is amazing, and the big sad at the end made me big sad. And have you seen it? Have either of you guys seen it?
No.
It's on my plan to watch list.
It's not on my plan to watch list.
I'm not gonna spoil anything. It's worth a watch. Like, the animation style looks so cutesy. I'm just like, oh look, this looks like something the kids would like to watch. Nope, that's a mistake. Nope. Otaku Empire says, Kill la Kill, you mispronounced the Savior anime. Anyone remember that back in the day? Look, I've never seen Kill la Kill, and I don't know. I've heard
Sounds
a lot
like
about
a
it.
you problem.
I see something about magical body parts in the chat over there. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, it's a weird one. It's...
Riichi, enough of these magical chest decorations. Give us another one.
I haven't seen many like sci-fi anime, but like one, it's not very good. Can I still talk about it?
You're
It's
breaking
not
up there.
very good, but you want
Oh yeah,
you want to add
if
it
you
to our
want.
list. You want to add
If
it
you
to your
want.
list of top sci-fi anime?
Yep, because there's not that many. It's called Rewrite D, Derrida Who Leaves Through Time. It's about this guy who gets stuck in cryostasis for 10 years, and he comes out and the world is completely bad. Something happened. I forget. I don't like this anime. I dropped it after episode 8, but it's an interesting concept, and it kind of sucks that all its potential was lost because it was handled so poorly.
Look,
Ah.
if you got like if you want to replace that anime with a good sci-fi anime, you could always just replace that one with Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. It's like little known anime. I don't think many people
Yeah,
watch it.
no one's ever heard of
but
that little
I
sci-fi
have
anime
no
Dragon
idea what
Ball
that
Z.
is. I have
It's
no idea
so
what that
weird
is.
to think about that show as a sci-fi because it technically is. There are aliens, space travel, robots, future tech. It's so strange to think about it as like a bunch of dudes flying around using chi and firing energy blasts at each other is science fiction.
I mean, if we're talking
Look,
about
you're not
Dragon Ball,
wrong.
if we're talking about Dragon Ball, we can talk about Haruhi Suzumiya.
Yeah,
Same level of
exactly.
sci-fi. I
Oh,
mean,
Chase Griffin Smith in chat says none of you talked about Steins Gate. Shame. Where's that bell of shame? Because I've never seen it. I've heard it's good. In fact, you have told me about it. I have not seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
I've read the manga. It's not as good as Fully Cooley.
Not as good as Fooly Cooly, he says.
That's a controversial statement, though.
You know what else it's not as good as?
Yeah. What else?
Tenchi Muyo.
Tenchi Muyo. Now, see,
Tenchi
I've seen...
Muyo.
Tenchi Muyo is weird. Tenchi Muyo is very weird. I've seen
Is
Tenchi
it
Muyo.
weird?
Chase says, get out. Get out,
Look.
DC.
Look, Ryoko was like my first anime crush. Alright?
That's fair. That's fair.
Alright.
Incredibly fair. Okay, what is Tenchi Muyo about? Tell the lovely people, because it is an older anime.
God, what is it not about? I don't even halfway understand the plot of the series. The idea is that the main character, Tenchi, is technically the descendant of a space noble, and there's another space noble that is going to, like, be wed to him, but he also unleashes the space pirate Ryoko. He has a special sword. They do battle. There's a crazy doctor that likes to experiment on things. It's very much turns into a harem anime, but with our boy Tenchi at like the lead, and Tenchi, like, the series goes on through so many different Tenchi Muyos, like Tenchi Muyo JXP, like blah 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 blah, and literally all of Tenchi's descendants are just no. Chase, we didn't bring up No Game No Life because we didn't bring up any isekais. Also, because No Game No Life didn't get a second season, and I will deny it the place in top science fiction until it receives its second freaking season that it deserves. It deserves.
Someone's emotional.
It's so good. It's about, like, I'll talk about No Game No Life too. It's about twins that cannot be separated from each other. They cannot be more than like 6 feet apart from each other, or they have a mental breakdown, and they get taken to another world by the god of games, who's the god of that world, and like everything's a gamble. You can gamble on anything you want and get whatever you want from people by gambling and playing games. Awesome. It's also horribly edgy and messed up in some places. It's messed up.
Okay.
But no, Tenchi Muyo, space pirates, space battles, lots of fighting, lots of weirdness, and yeah.
Yes. Anyway, Chase says it's very good and hilarious, but I need more of it in my life. It's so Ichi, probably why I love it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, the power of lollies used to defeat the enemy chess army. Yeah.
Chase is adding himself in chat right now. I'm gonna move on. Probably time for this last one here, and
weird,
okay, I had two
series.
I have to choose from for this last one. I gotta give an honorable mention to Parasite. Not gonna talk about it, but Parasite. But I'm gonna talk about The Promised Neverland, which we are watching in Anime Club right now, and I am enjoying it so much. I don't know, Riichi, have you ever seen it? Promised Neverland?
No. When it was popular, I was like, I'm watching other things, and then I just never got around to doing it.
Look, I think it's a really great show. The story follows a group of orphan children in their escape plan from an orphanage. I have not finished it, obviously.
Yeah, you can't say it's the best if you haven't finished it.
Look, I've already enjoyed it so far. Look, he talked about cutting the entire end off of Darling in the Franxx. So, no, I'm going to talk about Promised Neverland because I'm enjoying it a lot. Like, it's hard for me not to watch any more of it.
You know, it's easy for me not to, but I wanna keep watching God of High School.
Look,
God of High School is a better sci-fi, and it is for some reason.
I'm enjoying God of High School, but I'm really enjoying. You just don't like Promised Neverland because there's not enough fighting in it. There's no fighting in Promised
boring.
Neverland, at least not right now. No, it's not. It's a bunch of kids trying to survive.
They're not trying to do anything right now.
I'm invested in their survival. You know what?
I'm not
Since
invested
we're talking about
in
the Promised Neverland, we can go and talk about this week's episode in Anime Club. You see? What's Anime Club?
Anime Club is where we watch animes. We're watching Promised Neverland and God of High School, but you can tune into Anime Club on Fridays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, by joining the Anime Club voice channel on the server hosted by Yojak. Along with Anime Club episodes, Yojak hosts a different anime movie every week. This upcoming Friday is Godzilla Kaiju Wakusei. Expected start time is 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Everyone's welcome to join, and we hope to see you there.
But anyway, we'll get to the episodes in 1 second. But I just want to tell you that you're wrong for not liking The Promised Neverland. Sorry, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong for not liking planning and planning and planning and planning.
Look, these are little kids, and they're fighting off against
geniuses.
And
thank you.
They're still
geniuses.
Little kids. They're still little kids that have been so incredibly sheltered. They don't know what's in the outside world. They only know the facts that have been brought to them in front of them.
You could speed the process up. It's
builds dramatic
episodes.
Tension.
No, not after 7 episodes.
It builds dramatic tension.
7 episodes, we're still in the planning stage. 8 episodes, we're still going to be in the planning stage.
This season might be the planning stage.
I don't want that. That's going to be boring.
Well, I don't think it's boring. I have friends who have also consumed this anime in like a day because they were so into it and want to know what happened next. Even though there's not a lot happening, the anime is still great at building dramatic tension. Because you have those shots of like, oh no, someone's gonna find out what the kids are doing. Oh no, their lives are in danger. Like, it's great at that.
Plus, their lives are never in danger. They always have a plan. It's always, we got a plan.
You know as well as I do, if they slipped up too badly, they'd be done for. Come on, give it something.
There's no sense of danger right now because there's no stakes at the moment. We don't know what the full stakes are, so there's no sense of danger for them.
You know what the stakes are. You see it in the first episode. Okay, Riichi, I'm going to spoil the first episode for you. A little girl got killed and fed to demons. Okay.
Okay, what are the stakes of if they escape?
They survive.
What's
they don't get fed
we
to
don't know
demons.
anything about it.
But they don't get fed to demons.
But they probably can't survive outside the farm. Is my point? Is like it just looks like we're trading one death for another.
They're trying to figure that out. They literally have been trying to figure that out all these
for
episodes.
7 episodes. We could have figured it out sooner. That's my point. It could move along a little faster.
No. How okay, DC, please. If you were stuck in this world as a helpless child, what would you do?
I'm going to put my point out here. I don't care.
Please.
It's a show. It should be entertaining. We need it to be entertaining. I am not entertained at the moment. I am getting so freaking annoyed with every episode, planning. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, just make your mind up and go with it. Like, do the things you keep talking about instead of plot blocking us every time. Ray, to Norman, we need to talk. We don't get to hear what they talk about. Emma, Dawn, Gilda, I need to tell you something. We don't get to hear what they talk about. We don't get to hear what Emma's plan is for how they're going to escape. We know nothing. We are constantly kept in the dark. And it's just like, ooh, but it's building tension. Ooh, but it makes you question things. Guess what? I get tired of not having information. It gets so annoying. Like, that's what this has become. Like, oh, they're going to hear sister out. But, whatever. What? How did she figure all this stuff out? Why are we only just now getting to this stuff? Like, oh look, where is this gonna go? Is she actually gonna use any of this information? There's so many questions, but it's like it doesn't. I don't care about the answers at this point. We're almost done with the season. The season's almost over. You can't be introducing questions halfway through the season that don't have answers or don't look like they're going to be answered anytime soon.
DC, I got a question for you. Have you ever watched anime before? Because...
Yeah, you know what gets answers? Gata High School gives me answers. They go, hey, here's a question. I'm like, ooh, I wonder what this is. And then it's like, oh, that's the name of this group. Awesome. We've got information.
Chase in chat asked if you're mad, and the Otaku Empire asked if you've seen Star Wars. Riichi, you
yes, I have seen Star Wars.
I honestly forget what I was going to say. I'm
just like wrapped up in the energy of it.
I'm super invested right now.
See?
Look, I'm gonna say this. It's a good anime. Leave it alone. Look, it's so popular that people are like...
Oh yeah, popular means it's good. That's... Beanie Babies were popular. Eating Tide Pods was popular. Doesn't mean the Bird Box Challenge was popular. Popular doesn't mean good.
Are you trying to diss eating Tide Pods?
Yes. You know what? That's the hill I die on. That's the hill I choose to die on. Is eating Tide Pods is dumb.
There's a stupid thing why eating Tide Pods and the bird... Those are stupid people doing stupid things for attention. Oh, look, this stupid thing I could do. This is a whole anime show that is good on its own merit. You don't need to compare it to The God of High School. It's not an action anime.
I have to compare it to that to make my point.
But your point is invalid. It's like comparing a horse to a turtle. It's just because they're animals doesn't mean you can have any balance to compare them.
If you think my point's invalid, it's because you don't understand my point. My point is that you can maintain all of the... No, it's not. You can maintain all of the mystery and intrigue of Promised Neverland in a shorter time span. We could cut, like, episode 7 could have been episode 4 or 5 with the amount of same information we just keep getting. It's just the same stuff rehashed over and over.
But that's the thing, it's representing these children. They're frustrated by it too. They want to go.
No,
they want to figure out
They're not frustrated. They're just sitting there. What I'm saying is that as a person who's watching this, that's not entertaining. It's not entertaining to see the same
is to
things
me.
rehashed over and over and over again.
Because it's not the same thing.
Another was slow. Another was slow, but it had questions that were set up and answered, and then intrigue was added. And I was like, ooh, I wonder where this is going. Ooh, I wonder where this is going.
Also, I don't think Neverland has an umbrella scene.
No, it doesn't have an umbrella scene. It's
true.
seriously lacking in dramatic tension.
You're just mad it's not lacking here.
No, I'm mad that I don't feel like the walls are closing in on our characters. It doesn't feel like anything is happening. It's slow. And I'm watching the same thing you're watching. I've given it 7 episodes to grasp me. It hasn't. It just hasn't. It's just not very good to me. Sorry, I have a different opinion and I have different standards for what I find is good. But like, looking at it, the whole scene, we start off with Norman agreeing to hear Crone out, and Crone is just creepy.
The episode title is
111 111 0111145 031.
Why don't I let you handle this?
Yeah. Can we just the episode can pretty much be summed up with more planning and Crone is creepy.
Look, there's more than that happens. We find out a lot.
We find out some information that we've already suspected.
So Norman wants to hear her out, and she proves she means it by showing a tattooed number on her neck.
Which you were wrong. They're not demons.
Okay.
You were wrong. They're not demons. We find out from her that the adults are just kids that were in the system, but girls who score perfect scores at the age of 12, they get to be given a choice of like, hey, do you want to become a mama or do you want to go die?
Yeah, what happens to the mill? Like
you get told what happens to the males.
Yeah.
They don't get a choice. They just get sent off to go die. You don't get to be a daddy. You don't get to go raise kids as a dude. Dudes are not allowed that right, apparently.
I guess. So much for single dads everywhere, according to this anime.
Sexist ass demons.
But we also find out that they can't leave. So
adults cannot leave because a chip is implanted in their heart that will electrocute them.
Shows her chest.
Yeah, she had surgery. She shows her chest. She exposes herself to children, a common theme.
Look, she doesn't show off anything but
I know, I'm making a joke.
In the middle.
I'm making a joke to go with the joke we made with Lou Over the Wall and Welcome to the Space Show. So yeah, she shows her heart, revealing she has a chip inside that'll electrocute her to death.
That is a big chip. That scar was like this long.
Yeah, I don't think that they needed to make it that big. They just put what are the demons putting pacemakers in there?
I guess. But so if they leave or if they try to do anything, they'll get shocked to death. And if they are killed, that's the big thing.
It sets off a symbol.
Yeah,
alert. So they're like, so we can't kill the adults.
Headquarters gets notified.
I'm sorry, Norman, that your plan of murdering the adults isn't gonna work out. You could have just been like, what if we just incapacitate Mama? What if we knock her unconscious? No, Norman's like, dang, we can't kill him. What's wrong with this kid? You're like, oh, they're just your average kids. He wanted to murder. Norman's messed up.
Chase in chat says, have you seen heart surgery scars? They do need that much room. But they just implanted a chip, though. That's what I'm
that's the weird thing, is that they implanted a chip. And I feel like they could have done a less invasive surgery. But at the same time, they're demons, and I don't think they care.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry, they're not demons. They're them.
So Crone says, I'm not going to stop you, so let's cooperate. And then Norman's suspicious and almost agrees, but Emma's angry. She stops him, and then she's like, how will we be sure you won't betray us? And then she's like, well, if Ray tells on me, I'll die, but if she tells on them, and then the kids then you guys all die. So it's a catch-22. So no one can snitch. So
but yeah, and then Sister says she'll share some info with them. because she's creepy, crazy.
Stop by my room later at night, small children.
Creepy, crazy.
And then we
like,
go. There's a
more
little time skip.
investigation, more talking.
The kids are talking, and Emma's mad, and she's just mad. Like, she was one of them. She was one of us. She was one of the kids. And she should have wanted a better life for everybody, but she only took a better life for herself. She doesn't care about us. Which is a valid point.
Duh! No, duh, she wanted a better life for herself. If you are raised in the farm, and you're like 12 years old, and you're like, hey, time to go die, or you go become a mama, you're gonna be like, well, I want to live. So you're gonna live at any cost.
So, are you
no one's taking the death route.
Completely indoctrinated into that society, or are you gonna let yourself,
you clearly don't know how cults work.
Yeah,
this is cult brainwashing,
conditioning and stuff.
Exactly, that's all this is.
But Norman says he's looking for solid evidence of. She's looking for solid evidence of the rebellion
to prove that they're rebellious, so that they can.
If she had actually wanted them to escape, she would have just quietly helped them. She wouldn't have made a big ado about it. Yeah. She wouldn't have done, Exactly. She laid all of her cards out to try to get them to trust her.
Yeah. And they want to do more investigation, and I was like, you got like 9 days.
Yeah,
this is not the time for more investigation. This is the time to you should have already been doing investigation. This is the time. You have 9 days, and Ray's Norman's talking about moving it up.
Yeah.
Dude, this is what I mean by it's moving so slow. There's so much stuff that they should have already done, and they're
These
not.
These are children, DC.
No, that goes out the window when they're geniuses. And they're outsmarting adults.
I have a very, very smart 6-year-old. He's incredibly intelligent, but he's also still a kid, so he's also still dumb.
Is he outsmarting adults? Literally constantly adults that are geniuses who score perfect scores on all their tests?
I'm not putting him on their level, but he's a smart kid. But still.
But that's what I'm talking about.
He's still a kid, though.
Anyways, Ray wants to talk to Norman in private. They
also talk about talk about the trackers and talk about the certain things they can explain with if found and stuff like that. But yeah, Norman and Ray go to talk, and no one asks. Emma just goes to talk to Dawn
and Gilda
about a favor.
No one says it, and there's no information given to us because we get plot blocked. Because we're not allowed to know this information, apparently.
And then we see Mom at the gate getting a box.
She gets a box, and I made a 7 joke. What's in the box?
We find out
it's another box. It's another box.
And then it's Norman and Emma, and they're at Crone's door. It's later that night. And there's a strange shifting camera angle thing. I don't know.
Crone is super creepy again, because that's what
they go in. Her creepy doll makes a little bit of sense. That must have been her toy. Where are Emma, Norman, and Ray's toys? Yes.
They don't get a little bunny. They're not special enough.
All of the kids at the orphanage have their own toy.
Ray gets whatever he wants Ray gets whatever he wants. He's a spy. He gets whatever the heck he wants. He got a camera.
Yeah, you're right. She's got a creepy doll, and she from her time at the farm, and she says to ask them whatever they want to know.
So they asked to see the dragon radar.
The dragon radar?
The thing looks like a dragon radar. It looks like the dragon radar from Dragon Ball Z. The one that found the Dragon Balls.
Oh, yeah.
Literally what it looks
like. Bulma, yeah, you're right. It took me a moment, but you're right.
That's why my joke was, where's the Dragon Balls at, Bulma?
And
where are they, Bulma?
She just hands it over, and it's just a dot on a map, and it doesn't say who it is. It's just a location.
I made a note of something interesting. No one has pierced ears.
Yeah.
You know why?
Because of trackers?
Yeah, destroy the tracker.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's why no one has pierced
ears. Even though they were up here more, they were.
They're down here.
No. No, when the baby had him, it was up here.
It wasn't up
Behind your
there.
ear.
It was down by the lobe. It was near the lobe.
Here is earlobe piercing. Little soot sprites, by the way. I was hoping for an opportunity to show off my soot sprite earrings, but it was up here. At least I think. Oh. Whatever.
You don't remember things.
I mean, it's possible. Look, I take notes so I remember things. I'll dig it up. It's in one of these notebooks over here. There's a stack of them underneath the Vaporeon over there. But anyway, so and then Emma and Norman ask where the trackers are and how to destroy them because they want to throw her off the trail and everything. And
it's up there, but it's still why they don't get any piercings.
Her left ear, but she points to the lobe.
Yeah.
See, that's. She points to the lobe.
Maybe there's different places.
Doesn't know how to break it, but if they break it, it notifies the tracking tool and HQ.
Information that we already suspected and that they already suspected.
And then Crone's like, you either take it out or cut that part off, which is honestly, it's an ear.
You cut it out. She's talking about cutting it out.
On the dub, they said cut it off.
Okay, in the sub, they said cut it out.
Oh, well, I mean,
because literally, it's a small, minor, like, little cut and then tweezers.
Pretty much. Now, look, and if they did just cut off the ear, okay, my father had cancer on his left ear, and they actually cut it off. He's lived without an ear for half of his life. It's fine. Cut it off.
But anyways, Crone's like, I'll teach you how to do medicine, and blah, 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 and I'll do this, and I'll do that. She reveals...
and she's like, there's scalpels and everything you need in the infirmary.
Yeah, whatever.
That can do 5 kids.
She reveals she's 26. She was raised at Gracefield, and the kids are currently at Plant 3.
See, that was not what happened in the dub. In the dub, she says, oh, it's rude to ask a lady her age. I'm 26 and born and raised at this house. That's what she said.
Well, the dub is wrong. She was raised at Gracefield, not Plant 3. That's what she says
at this house, but not Plant 3. I don't know. And Isabella's 31, and then Norman asked her if she's seen outside, and she's like,
no, she hasn't seen the outside world.
And she's like, oh, did you think I would lie?
She reveals that HQ makes the food, but someone from the outside makes the clothes.
Yeah, and
the humans on the outside are equal to them.
They're equal standing to the creatures at HQ.
Yeah.
So she's like, my best bet's for you guys just to try to mix in with them. You know, one of those groups.
Anyways, moving forward.
And then Emma's like, how long have the demons been around? And Crone scoffs at her. Demons? You must mean them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she goes, because she's like, oh, well, what about the demons? She's like, oh, demons? Oh, you mean them. Yeah.
And then there's 2 questions they ask that Crone doesn't know, and that's how did the world get like this, and where is his house located? She doesn't know either of those.
Yeah, but then she reveals that she was slick and tricked them, and and she's like, oh, so you already knew about the trackers and how to break them and blah, 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 blah. And she knew that because she revealed that, like, you didn't react this way, and you didn't do this when I said this, and you didn't act like this. And so it's like, yeah, she used basic, like, it's a tactic like old school detectives use. They watched your reactions.
Like interrogation techniques kind of thing.
Yeah, you watch people's reactions. There's like a scene in One Piece where Rob Lucci questions somebody, and instead of watching his reactions, because he figured he could fake his reactions, he had his pulse checked because he couldn't fake his pulse. Interesting
and, Riichi,
thing.
Did you get a chance to watch this episode or no?
No, I've been kind of busy.
It's fun.
It's all good. It's all good. It's a great show, in my opinion. You should definitely check it out, and then tell DC that you like it. But anyway, and then Crone does say something strange. She's like, "I guess you have secrets," and she asks if they know about.
Do you know about him?
In the dub, it was the one.
She says, "Do you know about him?" And I wrote, "Bad touch, no," because she got really close and creepy with it.
Yeah, and as I said, it's pretty much the same thing, but it was not gendered in the dub. It was just, do you know about the one? Who is him? Who is the one? I don't know. Was it a child that escaped? Was it a leader? Or is it... they don't give you any context to build on.
I suspect it's connected to the owl guy.
connected to the what? I'm sorry.
Minerva, Owl Dude, the one with the.
Oh yeah. Oh, that I did not put those puzzle pieces together.
Like I
But
said,
then Ray and Mom.
Ray got a Polaroid. He got a little
He did.
Polaroid camera, and my note is, "Aw, Ray got a Polaroid. He took a
he
picture
played
of
the
Mama."
camera. They talk about the pictures, the camera, Yay.
Yeah, blah
And
blah.
then it's
Blah. Mama
midnight.
says, "Well, Mama, yeah." At midnight, Mama says it's about time.
Yep. And she marks a day off a calendar. And time for what? I don't know.
I wrote in my notes, "Mama plan, go!"
Yeah, Mama's doing something. I don't know. But then the next day, and
they
Ray's
talk
taking
about
pictures.
Yeah, they talk about the plan is Ray's gonna distract Mama, so Norma and Emma can go scout, and Don and Gilda can keep watch, so that if Ray can't distract Mama, then he'll signal to them and they can go tell Norman.
Emma and Norman. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get information where they go talk to each other, and Ray reveals.
They also put in perspective our time frame too, because it's 6 days left
Yeah.
before escape day, and it's only 2.5 months till Ray is shipped out. So if they mess up and they can't escape on that day,
they've got 2.5 months. But they're talking about moving the plan up anyways.
Yes, they are.
Ray is a sly little dog, though, in that the rewards that he's been asking for spying are all to get parts so that he can build his little contraption to break those trackers. And my note is, Ray's literally the best.
He is pretty awesome. And then
So
Norman's like, do we have enough time? Ray's like, no, I got a handle. Don't worry about it. We're good. And
then
then
Crone does
it's
something
Crone.
creepy cliche.
Yeah, she's wondering why they pretended not to know about the trackers.
Yeah.
Wondering how they found out. How will they break them? Could they have made something? And that's the evidence I need. If they made something to break them, that's the evidence.
I'm just at this point where I just write down Crone does something creepy cliche.
Look, Crone
It's
is
a cliche at this point. But she decides to do a search to look for the evidence that she needs, and she finds a note behind Ray's little cubby box thing.
And it's a plot block.
It's Isabella's second weakness. Which
there's a little piece of paper. It shocks her, whatever it is.
How does Ray know about this?
Did you notice she left the room just all torn up too? And
she didn't care at all. Isabella comes in though, knocking on that door. Got a little knife in her hand.
And then it's Mom with a letter. It is a knife, but it's actually a letter opener.
It's funny because she tricks her. She's like, whoosh! Here, it's a letter from HQ. I thought you should open it.
Yeah, Crone's already kind of flinchy anyway, but yeah, it's a letter from HQ. And Crone looks shooken when she reads it.
And then it ends with Isabella saying sayonara. I think Isabella has many tricks up her sleeve, and she's lying about
dub,
dates.
she's like, Mom says, it's unfortunate, but this is goodbye.
Yeah, Crone is out of here. Well,
I don't know what I want to know what that scrap of paper said that was Isabella's weakness or whatever.
That's a good question.
I want to know what's up with that. I don't know what it is. Maybe Isabella's afraid of bugs. I don't know. I doubt that.
I didn't see the.
And how would Crone know?
I don't know. How would Crone know that's her weakness? I don't know.
I don't know. Me either. But anyway, God of High School. I know this is one you really want to talk about, but
God of High School. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. We'll just talk about God of High School.
God of High School.
A whole bunch.
Episode 7.
Season 1.
Anima/Force.
Yeah.
Which is
funny. So we have a quick recap.
I was gonna say it's funny because I have a roleplay book over there called Anima Beyond Fantasy.
What does Anima mean?
I don't know.
Well, I was hoping you'd be knowledgeable.
No, I never looked it up. I never bothered to look it up.
You have failed me this day. We need a shame bell for DC. We need a shame bell. There it is. Shame bell chat. We get a recapping
of Shuriuk.
And then we're back in the ring, and it's the first match of Group A, North
Chungcheong versus Seoul. It's
And
not
best 2 out of
offensive.
3.
It's literally Chungcheong. CHUNG
Yes,
Chung Chung.
it is.
It just sounds so offensive.
It is. It sounds mocking.
Now,
But it's the best 2 out of 3 kind of thing.
Yeah, I have to make a note here. For some reason, they changed this in the anime. It's very odd that they changed this specific thing. That it's best 2 out of 3. Because in the webtoon, it's literally just... if you guys have ever watched the Dark Tournament from Yu Yu Hakusho, the rules were just first team to have all of its members knocked out.
Oh.
So that's the same thing. They literally stated in the webtoon that it would be 1v1 matches. The winner of the previous match can continue on into the second match. First team to have all of their players knocked out loses. Also set up in the webtoon that's not set up in this is that it's a tournament that literally is just most victories determines who goes on to the finals. It's a very weird setup for a tournament, but
anyway,
we know why
Jin
it's set
goes
up
up
that
to
way.
fight first.
Yeah, he decides
and he's
to
like,
use...
be careful about the Sharyuken. He's like, I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
And he decides to use his pressure points, and he screws them up because it's Jin Mori.
Yep, he like pokes himself in the butt, and the shoulders, the chest,
and neck.
But he paralyzes himself instead.
Can we just talk about his opponent's name is Na?
Nah, fam.
His opponent's name is Nah.
Nah.
So it's like Jin versus Nah.
And Jin, he gets the crap kicked out of him because he paralyzes himself.
That does happen in the webtoon. He does that exact same thing, and he screws himself up, and he gets the snot beat out of him. And so everyone thinks that the Na guy is like super powerful because of what Jin did in the previous round. It's funny.
Look, and then it goes the second round, and it's Han versus Jacksepticeye because he's just super thick, muscular Jacksepticeye.
I would have gone. He's Korean. He's Korean with red hair. You don't go Markiplier?
No, the green-haired guy.
Oh yeah, no, he still looks like more like Markiplier.
Maybe?
Markiplier's half Korean.
I don't see race.
And Markiplier had this whole thing recently about the thick neck. God, you're just so behind on the memes.
Look, I'm behind on life.
So anyways, Mira tells Han he better win, and Han Daiwei's opponent is Jin Pum Dong.
And we get this whole thing about Jin Pum Kwang. He's 38. He's the oldest person in the tournament. But this answers some questions about why are there some adults? And it does.
Yeah,
we get a little bit of
still
story time about
they're
this
still
character.
in high school. Well, you don't get it right then, because we cut back to Q first.
Yeah.
And
then
Q
we see the assassin sitting there bragging about it.
And
he's like, and his wife and kid too.
I killed that other guy and his wife and kid, and Q literally summons the Joker and cuts the dude's arm off.
Yep. And then the Jester dude shows up. And Glasses dude that controls it shows up too. Is that
Yeah, that's Q. Yeah, Glasses dude is Q. I would like to state that Q's cutting the assassin's arm off is a theme that runs throughout the rest of the episode, which technically leads back to Jin Mori about disarming.
Get out. That's my joke, damn it.
This whole episode is about disarming. But yeah, we get he
looks
takes
like
his
you need a hand.
He takes his armband off, and he reveals that he has a GP of 2,500.
And his level and HP are unknown.
Q is a badass, is the other running theme of this episode.
Then we go back to Han and Jackaboy, and they're fighting.
We go back to Han and Jin.
And he uses a working man style.
Working man style. Yeah, rice bag toss.
And his team is a little bit worried, but they're like, he won't give up. And then we get some story time.
Because Pum failed the high school entrance exams 3 times.
Yeah, and he's pretty much, you see him that he's a manual laborer, and he's been trying to get into high school, but then his orange-haired teammate is his friend. Yeah, Nah.
It's a super easy name to remember. Nah.
And he's helping him study, and it's cute.
Girls are making fun of him. They're like, yeah, he's a user. And he's like, you shouldn't smoke. You're in high school. Get out of here.
See, Pam, whatever his name, Jacksepticeye, keeps Nah out of trouble. And it's kind of a cute little dynamic. And then, yeah, the redheaded chick that's part of their team is just like, I will never be like them.
I don't want to give up on myself. Jin Pum Dong.
She's just like, oh, the working class, ew, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
Ew, working class. Oh my god, ew.
Peasants. Oh my god, peasants. I just spit.
Also, when I saw her looking at him and she kind of got a little weird about it, I specifically wrote in my notes, no.
Yeah, that's fair. And then we go into a little bit about the girl, and she's got her rival, and she does the fencing. Yeah. But Pum consoles her too.
Yeah, she loses. Yeah. She throws her sword against the wall, and it breaks. Foreshadowing.
He gives her a little bit of a speech, like, "Hey, don't give up.
I keep going." Yeah.
And honestly, he's just wholesome.
Yeah,
I don't know originally why we're learning about these side characters, but it's wholesome.
Because every side character gets a little story in the webtoon. It's a little nice little story. But also, no! She's falling in love with the old man. No! It's creepier! She's 17.
She's legal in Japan.
Yeah, she's legal in Korea, yeah. But at the same time, it's really creepy. It's really creepy when you know why she's going to the construction site. Her dad works there.
Yeah.
And your little old Jacksepticeye, yeah, he's friends with her dad.
Which, yeah, she was a piece of work.
I watched the episode and then I go read the webtoon to catch up.
Gotcha.
It's creepy.
Both. Oh, so it's 16 in Korea. They raised it from 13 to 16, which is good.
Oh, good. They raised it. That's nice. It's good. They raised it. Good job.
16's much better than 13. Good job, Korea.
Much more.
At least that's what Google says.
We get hammer time.
Yep. He also has a dream. He wants to help people like himself.
Yeah, he wants to help people
to learn and go to school, and that.
Which it's a good dream. I appreciate. I think he has a great dream. I appreciate him. He's a good person. He also has the power of Thor.
Yeah, apparently.
Because it's literally
just a hammer.
Yeah, Thor's hammer, and then Han Daiwei is just like Blue Dragon.
Yeah, and then he punches the hammer.
And destroys it! Continuing the theme.
You're right. What is in my note? I don't know what that was. Then we're back to Q and the assassin dude. He cuts out both of his arms now.
Yep. But I literally wrote in my notes, lots of disarming.
And then you find out his Sharyuk is regeneration. He's got all these little spiderweb things. I don't know.
It was it's not spiderweb. It was like a silkworm or something. Because it looked like a centipede.
Oh yeah, the silkworm. Okay, yeah. And then 2 more people appeared, and they stopped Glasses Dude from the final blow. And they're priests.
Hey, yeah, we get our Trigun reference. They are 1, priests, and 2, with a cross gun.
Yep. And
we get introduced to
Priest Exley and Priest Saturn.
Apparently
the assassin's name is Drake.
I have to state, Q has the best one-liner here. You just enter someone's home with your shoes on.
Yeah. He's like, that's pretty rude.
That's pretty rude. Yeah.
But
Also,
they're members of Nox, and they were supposed to kill Q, but they fight. There's wings.
No. I have to do Q's other one-liner. If you want to talk, do it in hell.
That's not bad.
He's got some good lines he throws out.
I've heard better.
No, but he's got some badass lines. I like Q. He's awesome.
Q is pretty cool. So then they fight, and the
National
one priest
treasure,
has like wings,
creepy.
and there's lots of arms.
It's a national
and then
treasure, he said.
Yeah, and then there's another proctor that appears to help Q.
Oh, that is Proctor O from the previous episode.
Proctor O, silver-haired chick. Proctor O.
No, silver-haired man.
Oh, silver-haired individual.
It's a man.
But he looks rather feminine. So
yes, he looks feminine, but he is a guy.
He'd be cute though. What'd he be doing later?
I know. Oh, trust me.
Chase,
I know some
Chase
people that agree with you.
Smith in chat says Nicolas Cage jumps out. Yeah, I mean that would have been okay. I would have been okay
also,
with that.
I wrote down because I was like, you know that by releasing your thing unproctored, you're gonna get 3 months of no pay, and I was like, man, he's at like 6 months, and then immediately goes, that puts you at half a year, and I was like, wow. All right.
I did something similar. I'm like, you poor thing.
And he's just like, half a year?
He's just trying to survive at this point.
But
so back to the ring.
Maybe
and
if he
now
cut
it's
down...
Mirror versus Redhead.
I was going to say, maybe if he cut down his cigarette consumption, he might save some money. Dude took like 4 cigarettes in the span of 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, but we get
back to the ring. It's Mirror and the Redhead.
John Mai versus Ymira. And I wrote a specific note here. Ymira is about 20 times more useful than Sakura.
Yes. I was just watching Naruto today, and it was one of the parts where Sakura's like, I'm gonna do the thing! And she did her... No big spoilers, because it's like Endgame in Naruto. Like, I know it's an old anime, but still, like, they're still dubbing it, last I heard, unless they finished it already. But anyway, she does her thing, and she rushes at the bad guy, and he's just like, nope.
Yeah, no,
she's like, don't worry, guys. She stops Naruto and Sasuke. She's like, I got this. Ah! Nope.
Ymira is how you write a good female character. She does not need a man. She's strong on her own, but she's still feminine. She's sweet and kind, but she knows when to be forceful.
But look, I will give
she
Sakura
don't take
this.
No crap.
I will give Sakura this, is that there is a lot of women out there that think they have to have a man or a significant other in their lives to make them feel complete. There is a lot. It's not just like a stereotype. There is, I personally know, you know what I'm talking about. I personally know a couple of them myself that have to have that.
I'm just saying.
There's a lot.
Ymira, her dad was like, you need to find a strong man to give, an heir for the sword thing. And Ymira's like, nah, B, I'm going to carry it on. And I was like, you go. You go.
I mean, she definitely is willing to create that offspring, though, with how she's into muscular dudes.
She's willing to, but my God, she's also going to hold it down on her.
Come on, let's be real. She's
a
pretty perfect woman. Let's be.
Yeah, no, she is.
I would.
She is the perfect gal. But she shatters that sword.
Oh yeah.
Even John Mai was like, yo, no, I knew I was no match for her swordsmanship. And then she busts out the bastard sword.
Yep.
Big friggin' giant blade.
Just this massive blade, and it's called bastard. We did a swore, editors.
That's the actual name of a sword. There's an actual sword.
A swore.
It's not a sword because it's the name of an actual weapon. That's literally the sword is called a bastard sword.
Does YouTube care?
No, YouTube doesn't care, but
exactly.
I don't think it's that big a sword.
It's a B word. If this was edited, it's a B word.
We get the
and
cross
not
gun.
The female dog one, the other one.
We get the cross gun, which I wrote, what is this, Trigun? And I was like, she's also a priest.
Yeah, we're back to Nox and Q and the Nox and the Proctor.
Bear lasers.
So. Yeah, there's I don't know. That whole sequence was really weird.
There
The
was
whole-
bear
it-
lasers and then a dragon. And then I
Look.
wrote, and then he stops the bear lasers with the fire, and then summons the dragon, and then he rips the
I love the
dragon's
dragon.
he rips the dragon's tooth out.
The one dude summons his Charyuk, and then the silver haired dude summons his dragon, and it just eats it, and then he pulls his tooth out like, this is now my weapon.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like, I like that. The teddy bear lasers threw me off, but the dragon recovered it.
And then the lady gets mad and she starts swearing, which, by the way, literally, she was the one we saw with the ball gag. And they
That's
have
probably
to...
why she's ball gagged.
Yeah, no, she they stated that she cannot stop cussing whenever she can't. She has to swear.
Is it like a Tourette thing?
I guess. But I did make another note. Q's house is huge.
Look,
they're fighting in the air. There's a dragon in it. This is a massive home.
Spatial relations in anime. But anyway, then we're back to the ring.
Jin could care less about what's going on.
Yeah, no.
And the nurse is like, aren't you guys worried about her? And blah, 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 blah. And Han Daiwei said, if we worry about her, she'll rub it in our faces later.
Yeah. And, they're still fighting.
Mira don't need no man to be worried about her.
Then Mira jumps on this sword, dodging its whack, and then she just runs across this gigantic bastard sword and kicks the lady in the head.
Kicks her in the face and wins. By the way, I wrote down
a specific note. She boots her in the pie hole.
Yeah. I wrote down a note. This is how you write a team.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Power of kick, which is weird that her sword style has a very specific kick.
Why not? Man, the sword style's got everything else. Why can't it have a
very weird kick? Sword style.
Then it's back to the other fight. And Cussing Girl and the dragon person are still fighting. So is Q and Wings guy, which why?
They end up flying away.
It's like Dark from what's it anime with Dark, it's older, the kid turns into the thief.
Darker Than Black?
Yeah, I don't think that's it. The kid turns is that Darker Than Black? The kid turns into the thief with the little fluffy white thing?
I don't know. Anyways, they fly away and the Drake dude decides to blow himself up because I will kill you. Ah.
Yeah, just apparently assassin uses self-destruct. Because
it's super effective.
Then we go back to the ring, and Han and Mira high five.
High five! And Jin cheers her on.
Jin does Jin things.
Yep, Jin does Jin things. Then we get information from the Mr. Prez, that there's a traitor in their midst, and they found Jin Taijin's arm.
Yeah. It's very disarming.
Because again, we have to continue the theme of being disarmed. Even Ymira had her sword cut in half by the bastard sword. Literally, this whole episode is about disarming.
You're right.
Anyways, we get the next fight, Jigal Tak versus John Jugok, who is the Sixth Sung. I wonder what that's a representation of. Could it be Samsung?
What?
Samsung.
Sixth
Sung, Samsung. Yeah. It's a parody of Samsung. I have a Samsung TV as my second monitor.
Yeah. I did not make that connection.
The Sixth Sung chairman? Yeah, Samsung. Yeah. So we get teeth. He's about to start his thing and he's doing his little incantation and just teeth.
Yeah, remember we saw that little scene in the last one with the long-haired dude and the other dude?
The teeth came up. Long-haired dude is Jigal.
Yeah, pretty much.
His Charyuk is a weird shark beast thing.
Yeah, it's a gigantic shark. But the other dude's like, he had this little magic wand thing. It was kind of, I'm like, what do we got, wizards now? And I was wondering why we were watching this fight.
His grandpa's called the Magician.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I got you. This one of the 6.
Yeah.
And then we see and there's just the freaking shark comes out and just wrecks this dude.
Munch.
Lots, there's just crunch and
thick,
like the camera angles back here. We see the shark crunch and then the legs and their blood just.
Thick maid jumps in. She gets taken out instantly, and he just starts kicking the crap out of her. And then
he's like, "You don't belong in here," like because he's a woman.
She says, "Women don't belong here." Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mira is like standing in front of Jin. She's like, "Don't you do it! You'll get disqualified. Don't you do it!" And he's just like, "What about him?"
And Han's in the ring.
Han is in the ring. Holy crap!
Where are the commissioners letting this happen?
Well, the commissioner stepped in immediately. It was like, "I can't let you do this." And then, literally, the mage dude apparently is alive and casted Thunderbolt, and it was ineffective.
But why did the commissioners not step in before? Like,
I think
that?
because
but
it was.
Anyway.
I think it was because it was a team battle, and as I stated, the previous rules were when one teammate is defeated, the next one comes in. So technically, she wasn't breaking any rules by the old standards, but by the new standards, she was breaking the rules, which is why that change makes no sense.
But anyway, the magic boy is bleeding profusely, and he's like, "I'm here because of my grandfather and my family." And then Shark Boy just punches him in the air, and then Shark nom.
Munch.
Dinner time. And that's the end of that episode.
That's how that ends.
We have a Shark Boy now. We need a Lava Girl, and we'll be set. Really, Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Nothing.
No.
Those weren't even good movies. I mean, I think it was too old.
There's a T-shirt I'm looking at right now that fits. It says, "Vash is harshly judging your moral choices."
That's fair. I want that shirt too. Send me the link.
I'll send you a link.
We can be matchies. We can wear matchies.
It's $13.
Ooh, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Sorry, Riichi. We didn't really have a lot to say in that whole segment. I'm sorry about that. We did not forget about you, my dude.
It's all good.
It's so much happening.
Sound like these are animes you'd be interested in watching, I hope.
Yeah. Like, I've been interested in God of High School.
Heck yes!
If you're a dub fan, they just started dubbing it. I've not been able to watch the dub yet, but I've heard it's good. Oh yeah, we already talked about it, if you like dubbing or not. But anyway, sorry about that. I forget things. In case you didn't know.
But
yeah, you should also check out The Promised Neverland, because The Promised Neverland is also good. But anyway, we got some Empire news. We're going to have a charity stream, Anime for Humanity, September 26th. And there's going to be more details very soon on Twitter and Instagram. Keep your eyes on those things. If you need the links, check in the chat. We got links going on all the time. Check in the Discord. You better be here for our charity stream. Okay, our Empire charity stream. Better be here for it. But that's about it for the day. Unless you guys got anything else? Nothing?
I got nothing else.
I got nothing.
Me neither.
Well, Riichi, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Sorry for
We really appreciate it. Yeah, sorry about that. And by the way, if any of you viewers watching this want to be part of our stream, if you are a small YouTube channel, hit us up in the Discord.
Check out Riichi's channel in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube.
Oh, yes, please. And thanks for watching, as always, everybody.
Yes, thank you. Send us out, Riichi.
Oh yeah, Riichi, get us out of here.
Thanks for watching, and subscribe. This is going on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, follow, turn on notifications, do those things.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.